Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. I love whores. I love everything about them. How willing they are to sell their souls for money, and how cheerful they can be in the process. Oh, I'm not talking about the people that sell their bodies. No. I'm talking about media whores. The people who create stories and ideas solely for the purpose of selling their product. And in the late 80s, early 90s, there's no better brothel for media whores than Nintendo. Now before you go nuts, I love Nintendo. Who doesn't? It's like the greatest gaming company in the world. But that doesn't mean they didn't sell out time after time when it came to their spin-off products, mostly in television and movie development. Time after time, Nintendo has put out horribly written and horribly executed shows and films that have no interest in actually entertaining the viewer, but rather just selling more Nintendo games and accessories. And here's another one.
Captain N, the Game Master.
Ah yes, Captain N, the Game Master. The Saturday morning TV show that instantly made you want to play more Nintendo games. Why? Because anything was better than watching this piss-poor putrid pile of pixelated pig shit! So get out your Nintendo blasters and gamepads, we're gonna take a look at Captain N. So let's take a look at the story of this show. It seems everything takes place in a fictional realm called Videoland.
Welcome to Videoland.
Mega High!
Yes, I imagine you'd have to be in order to watch this. It turns out the Palace of Power is under attack by evil forces carrying evil pizza cutters. I would insert that OEO sound effect here, but I don't need to. They already put it in. I do love it when the show makes the jokes for me. So the evil forces are led by King Hippo from the game Punch-Out!, Eggplant Wizard from Kid Icarus, and Mother Brain from Metroid.
It won't be long before I, beautiful goddess that I am.
Good God, it's like if my mucus became a drag queen. By the way, tell me if that sassy voice sounds familiar.
Then I'll be the beautiful queen of Videoland. Does this look inanimate to you, punk?
That's right, it's the Plan from Little Shop of Horrors. I guess he's just always playing genderly ambiguous monsters with no feet.
One human alone could never beat me.
So this is what would happen if you crossed Joan Rivers with Tina Turner.
That's right.
Meanwhile, inside the Palace of Power, we see the other video game characters try to protect the palace, like Mega Man.
A pleasure to serve you, your worship. You get a low score for this. If Kid Icarus trusts you, I trust you. It's like if Popeye smoked an entire Marlboro factory.
Kid Icarus, who would later be known in the gaming world as Pit.
She's very much Upseticus. My arrows will stop that Apicus Maximus. Speaking of her Hydicus.
Yeah, you probably caught on that his funny thing is saying Icus at the end of words. In fucking genius.
There's someone at the Dorcas. You can count on me, Princessicus. You big Apicus. My testicles haven't dropped a kiss.
And Simon Belmont from the Castlevania games.
Mega Man, shine my boots. Kid Icarus, I could use a little trim. Not too much off the top.
Oh, Simon, what have they done to you?
I know.
They took this cool badass of a superhero and turned him into a floppy, egotistical gay-wad!
I am the handsomest, so I must find the princess and kiss her.
It's like if Bruce Campbell's chin never stopped growing.
Ew, slime.
I mean, where did they even get the idea to gay him up so much? I mean, the original hero has long hair, wears leather, carries a whip, jumps around in a skirt. I think I just answered my own question.
Let a real man show you how it's done.
The ruler of the Palace of Power is Princess Lana. Oh yeah, from the game 80s Fashion Vomit? Okay, so Lana was never actually a video game character, they just made her up.
You may have helped me win the battle, but the war is far from over.
And like a lot of these shows, I gotta ask again, why the hell isn't she a queen? I mean, I know younger girls associate princesses with youth and beauty, but come on. If there's no one else there to rule, you're a goddamn queen!
It is I who should apologize to you.
But, just like a lot of other shows I've reviewed, they get to keep their cute little title because the king is still technically alive, but just not around.
I've tried to lead our people since you disappeared, but I failed you.
I'm still a princess because my father's stuck, yeah, that's it, in a parallel dimension, oh, that's right, where he has no royal authority. So I don't have to make any hard choices or take any responsibility because he still technically is king and I just have to smile and wear pretty dresses. Put
So, seeing how there's only 4 people and no guards in the palace, I guess we're not surprised that it's being taken over. But luckily, a magical element informs our heroes that a lone warrior is being summoned to help them. A magical element simply known as the Power Glove.
The legend of Videoland foretells of a young warrior. He is Captain N, the Game Master. Behold, the ultimate warp zone.
It's like the Power Glove of the freaking gods! Where the hell did they get such a magical entity?
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Lucas, darling. So the Power Glove goes into the real world, or at least what we considered the real world in the 80s, as a young gamer named Kevin gets sucked into the realms of Videoland. By the way, do you know what the fuck this is? It's only on the screen for a second, but they always showed it in the opening. I can never tell if that's something sucking him in, or if that is him being sucked in. Is that what happens when you cross dimensions? You become the CG version of Kermit the Frog and Max Headroom? It's not easy being green! So Kevin, and his little dog too, are transported to the Palace of Power, where Lana and the others are waiting.
Simon Belmont? Kid Icarus? Mega Man?
Wow! You look nothing like your original designs!
The ultimate warp zone brought you here.
You mean like Warp Zone 4 and Super Mario Brothers?
No, that game is much cooler.
The legend foretold of your coming to help restore freedom to our world. That's why it gave you that super power pad and zapper.
Only $19.95, available at most video game outlets. Castlevania, Kid Icarus, Mega Man, or whatever the hell this chick was in are also available. Thus is the plot to Captain N, our 5 heroes trying to stop the evil Mother Brain from taking over the Palace of Power.
Captain N, the Game Master.
By the way, I know this is really immature, but have you ever listened to the announcer say that title without actually reading it? It sounds different. Listen.
Captain N, the Game Master.
Doesn't it sound like that? I mean, I know I just made a gay joke, but that's what it sounds like. Wouldn't the more appropriate title be Captain N, the sexually confused yet physically and emotionally open-minded master? So, you know, aside from lame lines, nonsensical storylines, and completely misunderstood character development, what specifically is wrong with this show? Well, how about the fact that nothing in this world is consistent? For example, we clearly see that pretty much any time he wants, Kevin can use his Nintendo pad to pause reality. Well, why the hell doesn't he just do that all the time? Wouldn't that make everything a lot easier? I mean, how come he never confronts Mother Brain like this?
Prepare to meet your match, Captain N.
I'm awesome.
Captain N, the Game Master.
Or how about these warp zones that they keep using? They can apparently jump from world to world whenever they want, so why don't they just warp to the inside of the enemy's room and zap them? In fact, they do that a few times! It seems so easy! Except they don't bring any guards or armies, they just use the eggplant guy who shits out some vegetables.
I'm just an incompetent vegetable.
Again, why doesn't Kevin just use the warp zone to shoot Mother Brain when she's in the middle of a hammy speech?
I'm not only the most beautiful brain in the world, I'm the collector.
I'm awesome.
Captain N, the Game Master.
But no, there's always some lame-ass excuse as to why he can't just blast her.
Into the Warp Zone! It's too dangerous to finish her off!
We're contractually obligated to keep stalling for 3 more seasons! There's also things that were never in the games that they just flat out made up. Like, did you know that Simon Belmont's whip literally has a mind of its own?
I'm not going to do anything, but my whip is going to whoop you. Ah!
Hey!
Look out!
Now his sexual preference, I can't speak for. Oh my. Yeah, it's pretty easy to make fun of this guy, especially when you see how he's defeated half of the time. A bag. The greatest vampire hunter in the world is defeated by a bag. This guy couldn't defeat Count Chocula.
Of course.
Also, isn't Kevin's mother worried about him? I mean, there's gotta be missing posters all throughout the neighborhood. Wouldn't she be worried sick? In fact, in the first episode, he actually has a chance to go back, but decides not to. That's a good lesson for the kids, right? If it comes down to video games or your family, always pick the fucking video games.
Kevin, better not be playing that foolish game. You have homework to do. And don't forget to take out the trash.
On second thought, I guess I could stay just a little while longer.
life-threatening situations of certain doom, or taking out the trash? Have fun filing those police reports, Mom! That and the animation is just horrible, and I mean horrible. Like, look at the expression on Simon's face here. Did he just give himself a full frontal lobotomy?
No one enters Castle Iron Spire.
But we're prepared.
I don't accept credit cards.
And look at this. They actually forgot to put in the background. Are you fucking serious? And trust me, this isn't like any kind of artistic license here. They're in the middle of the bayou. There is no reason it should look like this. And I understand if they did it maybe once by accident, but I counted it. They do it 7 times.
7?
That's right, 7.
Well, yes, but I'm 7.
I guess they could have, I don't know, watched this before they sent it out to air. I mean, I do know that it requires actually sitting through an entire episode, and Lord knows they're hard enough to watch, but my thought is that would sort of be required. I mean, seriously, what moron would just have a plain white background the whole entire time? He'd be a fucking idiot. And how about these rockin' dance moves that the heroes have?
Ooh, I like this.
Wow, if you thought white people dancing was bad, try animated white people dancing. That's right, princess. Move that one leg. Pull off the geriatric drowning look. As the show sadly got more and more popular, they actually decided to add a new character just blatantly called Game Boy. Bet you'd never guess what product they're trying to push here.
Ready to commence gameplay.
Apparently Lana's father, who's trapped in the dimension of cheap cop-out writing, has decided that instead of him entering back into the real world, he'll send this marketing ploy.
I have decided it is best for Videoland to send another in my place. He is called Game Boy. I truly believe he will one day be our greatest hero.
Anyone who doesn't have one will be a loser! Run out to the video stores now! Dumbledore commands you, bitches!
So they get Game Boy, who really has no personality or characteristics except for the fact that he sounds like a crappy download of Slimer.
I am called Game Boy. I am programmed to play games.
Yes, Game Boy will be our greatest hero, as he ruins all your possessions, tries shooting you in armed combat machinery, and even manages to destroy your kitchen appliances. Truly, I am a good king.
But probably the episode that most people remember is the Zelda episode, where Captain N literally does a crossover with Link and Zelda from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. How does this come about? Well, Zelda gets in contact with the Palace of Power for assistance.
Hyrule calling the Palace of Power. We are in need of a hero.
I would use the one we have now, but...
Well, excuse...
Yeah, that's not gonna work. So Kevin works his way down to Hyrule because they heard rumors that Ganon is not yet destroyed, and may actually be regaining his power.
You're a real video legend where I come from, Link.
That's why your name never appears in the title. Zelda knows how to pay for top billing. But it's weird, because it's the same voice actors, but not exactly the same design. I mean, Link looks like he got stuck in a fucking potato sack. When did the character look like that? And Zelda probably doesn't look any better. Whoa, boy! When did Zelda go all naval?
You two heroes can pat yourselves on the back some other time.
I guess she's taking the Disney princess approach. And God bless her for it.
We have important business.
Oh yeah, right, Ganon. I thought you wiped him out for good. So did I. But we just heard a rumor that someone's trying to bring him back.
They're searching for a magic potion that will restore his power. We've got to find it first.
Ah yes, I remember that magic element that was meant to bring back an evil that was almost destroyed. In fact, I was there.
I was there when the strength of men fell.
Cast it into the fire! Destroy it!
Hello! Suck my big fat meatballs!
Mario! Mario!
They should have ended that day. There is no strength left in the world of plumbers.
Anyway, Kevin, Link, Zelda, and Game Boy all travel to the village to see if they can find any info on the Potion of Power.
Excuse me. Don't be afraid.
I like how the peasants actually dress more royally than Zelda does. That's a pretty bad sign.
Heads
Thank you for saving my son, kind sir. Please, take this as a reward. It's a map to an ancient desert palace that will unlock the potion of power you seek.
All us peasants carry maps to potions of power. It's like backward hats, it just caught on.
So as they continue on their quest, they find that Link isn't exactly a fan of Kevin, as they constantly try to show off in front of each other.
In case you haven't noticed, this isn't a game. I just can't stand here and watch. Yeah, right. I'll get it. You're the hotshot game master.
My cock's bigger than your cock. My cock's double the size that yours is. But can you really blame him for getting upset? Zelda kisses Kevin in like a millisecond. Hasn't Link been trying to get her to do that for years?
We did it! We saved Hyrule thanks to you!
You fucking cock tease? Was saving your ass over and over just not enough to get a little visit to first base? Fuck you! So they fight through all sorts of baddies until they finally get to the Potion of Power, guarded by a knight named Metalhead.
He's got Zelda!
No kidding! Zelda captured, that's what really happens. But Eggplant and Hippo get the potion as they give it to Ganon to help him regain his strength.
And you brought your friends for my coming out party.
You know, I had suspicions about the dress, but really, this is sort of a surprise.
My pork sausage is your pork sausage.
So the Master of Evil now has all this power. How are they going to stop him? So Ganon's a bit of a puss, who knew?
The best team of heroes ever.
Let's celebrate by pretending to make a pizza! So that's Captain and the Game Master. What a load of dumb. It's just like playing a real video game minus the process of actually enjoying it. In fact, I wish this was a video game. That way I could just use my Game Genie to jump all the way to the end credits, whose names coincidentally all happen to be Alan Smithy. Me personally, I can't wait for half the cast of the show to turn up on Video Game Confessions.
Oi, you don't want to hear that. It involves Mother Brain's genitalia.
Alright, God!
Told you.
I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to.
Captain N, the Game Master.